Hey guys, hi. So in the last video we have seen divide and conquer approach, and in this video we are going to discuss merge sort. Right, merge sort is one of the most primary and most commonly used sorting algorithms, and we will see the implementation as well as the importance of this algorithm in the entire sorting paradigm. Okay, so merge sort, as all of us know, it's a divide and conquer sorting algorithm. What does divide and conquer mean? If you guys remember in the last video, in divide and conquer we use a recursive approach wherein we divide the problem into multiple sub problem, and we keep on dividing it until and unless we reach a stage wherein the sub problem itself becomes solvable. Once we solve them, we start merging the solutions. Okay, now merge sort also have three different phases wherein we divide the problem, we conquer the problem, and then we combine the problem. Okay, so divide in merge sort is very simple. You basically divide the original array into two different phases, like the first half, the second half. We keep dividing to two different halves of same size, and if they're odd, like you can give one element extra to one of the halves. Conquer basically is generally the base case here. So what is the base case? The base case here is, let us suppose we keep on dividing the array, and at one particular stage we only have one element left. So then it is already sorted, right? So that's the base case for us, when the number of elements in the sub array or the sub problem is less than equal to 1. This n is equal to n is number of elements in sub problem. And then combine would be just the question which we have done in the last session, which was to basically, given two sorted arrays, combine them into one single sorted array. Okay, so combine is basically combine. This is generally just two sorted arrays into one. That's the basic thing, right? Once we reach the base case, the sub problem is already sorted in nature, right? In order to combine them, we are combining two different sub problems which are already sorted. So then it becomes the problem of combining two different sorted arrays and combining them into one sorted array. If you have not done this problem in the last video, this is I think LeetCode 88. You can do this problem and come back here again. If you have not done this problem, please go and do this and then only come to this video. Otherwise you will not be able to understand the remaining part of this video. Okay, so let us see how we can divide the problem. Let us take up a small example. So let us suppose I have given some values: 14, 7, 3, 12, 9, 11, 6 and 2. So what we do in the first phase, we keep on dividing the problem. So we divide from here. So this part will go here, this part will go here. Again I have 14, 7, 3 and 12. In this part I have 9, 11, 6 and 2. Again we divide here and here. So this will become 14, 7. This will become 3 and 12. This will become 9, 11. Sorry. Yeah, 9, 11. This will become 6 and 2. Okay, again we divide into two parts. This will become 14, this is 7, this will become 3, this will become 12, this will become 9, this will become 11, become 6, this is 2. Now at this stage we reach the base case wherein only one single element is here, right? Since all of them only have one element, the array with one element is already sorted in nature, right? So we will use this approach. We know this is already sorted algorithm. Now this is already sorted, all of these sub arrays. So we started combining them. When we combine 7 and 14, 7 will come first and 14. Like this is a problem which I was just discussing earlier. LeetCode 88, wherein two different sorted arrays are given to us and we need to combine them, right? 3 and 12, 3 will come here, 12 will come next, 9 will come first and 9, 11 will come next, 2 will come first and 6 will get next. Now for this, 3, 7, 12, 14, for them 2, 6, 9, 11, and finally combine both of them, it become 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12 and 40. So this is how I will reach the stage wherein I will keep on dividing my problem until I reach the base case. So this part of my problem is known as divide. This part of my problem is known as conquer. This part of my problem is known as combine. So if you see here, this part is where I get my solution. This is the part, this is the base case of the entire solution, wherein I have only one element here, and this is the already sorted part. Rest is just combining two different sorted arrays and combining them into one single array, right? So this is the basic approach behind using merge sort. If you see clearly, we use some auxiliary space in order to do the combine part, right? Obviously, since this cannot be combined into the original array only, we need some auxiliary space. So the auxiliary space in worst case scenario will be taking up O of n space, right? So let us do some analysis on top of merge sort now. So merge sort, as I told you, will take a space complexity space of O of n, since we need some auxiliary space when we are merging the values, right? Now let us look at the time complexity for this. The time complexity for the divide part here. What is the time complexity for the divide part here? The time complexity for the divide part will be O of 1 only, right? Because we are just dividing into two parts. We are doing nothing at all. So this will be O of 1. What is the combined time complexity? This will be O of n, right? Because when we merge two different arrays, we have to go through the entire array. This will be O of n. So if we look at the combined time complexity here, let us suppose that we combine both divide and combine. We actually we take this as a one single operation only, wherein divide and combine will be considered as one single operation. So in this case, if we see this particular problem, and let us suppose that at every level we have to do C amount of work, right? C is a constant and we need to do C amount of work at any level, and we will combinedly discuss divide and combine now. So for this, if I was given n, first I will divide into n by 2, n by 2. Then I will divide into n by 4, n by 4. And then I will keep on dividing it just like this. So if you see at the first stage, what amount of work I have to do? C into n. At second stage, I need to do 2 into C of n by 2, because n by 2 is the number of elements. Then this will be 4 into C of n by 4, because n by 4 is the number of elements in one particular array. So if we combine this here, this will be something like, if the length of this is L, this will become something like Cn into L. Why? Because this 2 will cut, and Cn, this will also remain Cn, Cn, Cn. So we are adding Cn and L number of times. And what is this L? This is log n. This is height of the tree. This log n is height of the tree. Okay, so this time complexity will become Cn log n. C is a constant, so it will be order of n log n. So that is how we will derive the time complexity for merge sort. I will repeat again. How we are getting here is, I am taking into account divide and combine as one single operation, right? I am taking into account divide and combine as one single operation, and divide is taking O1 time complexity, combine is taking O(n) time complexity. So if we do this, this will be a single inverted tree just like this, and at every level we are spending C into n. Like C is the constant and then n is the number of elements, and this is the total amount of work we need to do. Similarly, at all levels we will do the similar amount of work, and they will sum up to Cn into L. L is the height of the tree. So thus we get the Cn log n. Right, so that's about the time complexity. I'll just write down here only. So the time complexity will become n log n. Now what is about the stability here? This algorithm will be stable in nature. Yes. Why it is stable in nature? Because if we see here, any particular element which is coming before this 3 will be going into the left hand side bucket, right? So this will be stable in nature, and this is obviously not in place in nature because we have a time space complexity of O of n. So that's about the analysis of merge sort and how we can implement merge sort. In the next video, we are going to discuss quick sort, and then we'll move on to some questions on merge sort. Okay.